Stefon Diggs gone but not forgotten in Buffalo thanks to social media activity. The social media sleuths out there checking out the likes column in the Stefon Diggs X page see that he clicked the little heart next to a message from Big S G Worm, who said, Bills low-key got the worst fan base. Y'all bitter ASF, which means as F-K in the comments. So, look, Bills fans upset about this notion that they've got the worst fan base that Stefon Diggs liked. Broader context is he was expressing condolences for the passing of Vontae Davis, who once played for the Bills, was playing for the Bills when he retired in 2018. And there was a lot of negativity thrown at Diggs. What a shock. People are negative on X. I mean, they're negative about everything. Anything and everything they're negative about. He was reacting apparently to the negativity by agreeing with the idea that they were being salty in the comments, but that post also said they've got the worst fan base. And look, I mean, Bills fans already upset the guy's gone. And I guess the Bills themselves would kind of be happy about this because they're getting flack because they traded Diggs. If Diggs says something to anger the fan base and make them feel better that they made this move, then so be it. But it's just one of those little complications that can pop up. And social media, I mean, people want to dismiss its impact. We know that players use social media to make their points clear. Social media was the tool that Stefon Diggs used to get traded out of Minnesota, and we've been scrutinizing and looking for the real meanings of a lot of his messages in recent months. And this is one that, Bills fans now see it, and it makes them more likely to say good riddance to Stefon Diggs.
Yeah. I mean, it's again, one of those where I just go, gosh, I wish Stefon Diggs, you're above that. Just don't even respond to stuff like that. Why are you worried about it? Why are you going and searching through, to see who's saying what? That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing is the Bills fans, I think, they're bitter at Stefon Diggs. It doesn't matter whether it had something to do with the Vontae Davis tweet or, him saying goodbye to the Buffalo fans or whatever. If you look at social media, the Bills fans kind of are like good riddance. I think their anger is only at the Bills that they feel like they didn't get more for the trade, right? I think that's where it is. But I think more than not, just reading the tea leaves out there and going through social media, gosh, I get the feeling the Bills fans in general are glad Stefon Diggs is gone. And again, some of those actions and things he did up there, not talking to the media and what he did, I think, it left a bad taste in their mouth there. And then, I think there's a side of them that feels like, he forced his way out of town there in Buffalo. So I think they are bitter. Now, I mean, listen, to say the Buffalo fan base, I will disagree with whoever the hell that was in the comment section there. It's one of the best fan bases in football. We know that. I mean, gosh, they've done so many incredible things where they've rallied together and raised money and do stuff like that, or show up wherever, or dig out the team, from their house in a snowstorm. Like, it's kind of like, no, their fan base is awesome. So I won't let that go down all the way there. But I mean, we don't need to drag Stefon Diggs in the comment section when he's saying R.I.P. to an NFL awesome player in Vontae Davis.
It's not an indictment of the Bills fan base. That's where you got it wrong. It doesn't matter what team it is. You're going to have people who respond that way on social media. That's just the way it is. They are wired to always look for something negative. They want to get that little dopamine rush that comes from sticking it to somebody. And I've finally learned how to navigate it a little bit. I'll give you an example. The other day, I posted a story on PFT about the comments from Kirk Cousins that he's going to do everything that he possibly can to help deliver a world championship to Atlanta. In the story, I raised the whole Tuesday thing. In the post on X, I didn't make a snarky comment about Tuesday. I just said Kirk Cousins vows to do everything in his power to bring a Super Bowl win to Atlanta. Now, I guarantee you this. If I had made a comment about working on Tuesdays in the post, all the responses would have been dragging me for being an asshole. I figure the pause helps, about pointing out Tuesday. So I didn't do that. So what were all the responses? Everybody was saying, except on Tuesday. He's not going to work on Tuesday. They all filled in the gap that I left because everybody is wired to be negative on X. It's just the way it is. If you're going to play in that playground, you got to understand that's how it is. And after 15 years, I've finally figured it out. Not that I'm going to incorporate that into my ongoing posting on X, but at least I understand what it's going to be. If you say the jerky thing in the post, all the responses are, you're a jerk. If you stop short of saying the jerky thing in the post, all the responses will be the jerky thing that you left out of the post.
It's very true. You are right about that. I never really thought about that. You're very right. I don't even know how to explain that. But yeah, that's part of X. Just the opposite. Let's argue whatever you said, the opposite. And that's where, I can't take X. I'm not on there much other than just to kind of scroll and get a feel. Because when I read, it makes my blood boil at times, or my brain want to blow up. Because I'm just like, what? How stupid? How mean? Oh my gosh, you're a loser. Whoa, your mom raised you to do that? That's what you've been tweeting. Whoa, your mom stinks. You're tweeting that? Like, that's what I want to sit there. Yeah, I just can't.
And how many of those people, when you click back to their profile, the first thing in it is follower of Christ?
Oh. Always. There's always those people. There's hypocrisy everywhere. But yeah, I'm with you, and that's where I try to keep an arm's length on X for sure.
Pete says we're a little off track, but I have experienced the moments where your blood is literally boiling, and you're like, I just want to go in there. And it's like, don't do it. And then part of me is like, go ahead and do it. But it's like, don't do it. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.